Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half acre homestead, and I'm going to make a mass quantity of dried vegetables for soup. Now you guys have seen me do dehydrating vegetables before. Here's what's left of my leeks this summer, and I will be planting those again this year. And this was what I bought at Bulk Barn. Now to fill this jar, it probably cost me $20 maybe for these soups. And mostly what this is mostly green onions, some peppers, carrots, and all that stuff. So, first things first is I'm gonna combine these two. Okay, so now that my dehydrated soup veggies and leeks are combined together in this jar, you can tell that it's not going to last the entire winter. This is only not even the second week of January yet. So I found carrots on for, I think it was 49 cents a pound, and obviously I bought like 12, 14 pounds of them, and I just bought. Now these were not on sale, and neither was the celery. And folks, if you're going to dehydrate celery, buy it when it's on sale in the summertime, because these were like $2, $2.50 a piece. Okay? So, carrots were on sale. Pretty colored peppers were not. Celery was not. I had a 10-pound bag of onions here. As you can see, they're starting to some of them, when I reach in, are soft, and they're feeling soft, and you know that smell they get? So guess what? We are gonna make our own dehydrated soup veggies. Now, one thing you do need to know, folks, is I'm going to have two different stock pots. One is going to be for carrots and celery, and the other is going to be for onions and peppers. Why? Because the onions and the peppers only need to be blanched, like dropped in boiling water, and then let sit for like 15-20 seconds, and then strained and put on the dehydrator. Carrots and celery have to be parboiled, okay? Or you won't open. That's just the way it is. Don't try and do them all together, because you're going to undercook your carrots and celery and overcook your peppers and onions. So start by cutting up all your peppers and onions in one pot and all your carrots and celery in another. Now I am going to start with the peppers and onions. I like using the big one with the big slices. Now, some of these onions are fine, but some of them are sprouting and starting to go, which means they're actually, the sprouting is feeding upon the onion bulb, and then the onion bulb starts to actually rot because it has to break down to feed the green part, right? So we want to get those out of the way. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. See? Here's one that's going green, but look, it's soft, right? Look, this is what I'm talking about. That's no good. All right, so when I have all the good onions done, I'll show you how much I have. I've got all my onion done, and that's about half a stock pot of onion, and saved pretty much, is if you want to think about it. And now I'm just going to do my peppers. And the way I do that is I just rough cut them and then put them through my chopper with the bigger pieces. Peppers, these peppers really don't add a lot of flavor. They add some, but most of all, they add color. Okay, so here are my onions and my peppers, and I'm just dropping them into boiling water. We don't want this in here that long. I should have had more boiling water in here, but you're going to notice that I'm not even going to shut the camera off. You just want to open the pores of the peppers and the onions. You really don't want to boil them. And that's it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I have my dehydrator trays, the slotted ones, but I also putting the mesh on because these can get pretty small. And I always put a little jar over the center just so that nothing falls down through the center. Now, if you'll notice, I have more onions than peppers. Why? Because the peppers weren't on sale and my onions were going bad. This isn't about exactly how many things you need, folks. This is about using up what is going bad. So yeah, I had to spend some money on the peppers and the celery, but the carrots were on sale and the onions were not going to last. Now, I've got 4 nice trays of this. And if you can see it, I don't know if you can, this is still steaming. So all I did, again, was put it in the boiling water and stir it and make sure everything was submerged for about 30 seconds. And now, we are going to put this on fruits and vegetables, 135 degrees. And we're going to let this dehydrate overnight while I go and start cutting up carrots and celery. Okay, here's the celery. Now, I just cut the very bottom of the part off and the very top. Just this dried up bits. Why? Because these leaves have just as much flavor as the stalk, if not more so. I just coarse chop my celery because I don't dry it that way. You can dehydrate celery if you want to cut it. If you can dehydrate it without blanching it, if you can cut it like floppy thin, like that. I don't have time for such shenanigans. So I just coarse chop it and give it a good boil with the carrots. And now I'm on to my carrots. And I'm just using my chopper, folks. I could go and get all my things out for my KitchenAid, but for this amount, it's not going to be that much. There is my stock pot, 3/4 full of carrots and celery, mostly carrots. And I still have these ones to do. I'm just going to put this on the stove and bring it up to a simmer and let it simmer for about 3 minutes. So these have been simmering just like this. Because I don't have a heavy bottom saucepan, I actually have a wire rack under this pot to keep it completely off the burner. And so now I'm going to strain these and get these on the dehydrator. This is when it's good that you have 2 dehydrators, because my onions and peppers are still going. And now we're on to the carrots and the celery. Now I've got 4 trays of carrots and celery, which means I'm probably going to have 4 more trays of carrots. We're just going to set this at 135 degrees at the fruits and vegetable setting. So when everything's dry, we'll be back. All right, we're back in the pantry, and I have my big, it's bigger than a dishpan, stainless steel bowl. And first things first, in goes all our dried onions and peppers. One thing I like about these flexible mats is if things get stuck to them, you can just do this. And they come away clean. So there, and I want to break them up some. It's our onions and peppers. And now to it, I'm going to add our celery. And I was out of flexible mats for this. Going to add our celery and our carrots. Tonight we're having, for instance, tonight we're having chicken and rice. And I will put 2/3 to 3/4 of a cup of vegetable mix in with my rice. Now I'm going to mix in my leeks and my store-bought. Give it all a nice big stir. And like I said, I still have a stock pot of carrots on the stove. But there it is, dehydrated vegetable mix. I'm just going to fill up my jars. This cost me a lot less than what it would have to fill this jar from Bulk Barn. Yes, it was more work, but I get more satisfaction out of it. I know what went in it. I have leeks, onions, peppers, celery, carrots, and a handful, and I'm talking like a cup, left of the store-bought. And I will remix these again once my carrots are done. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, just because it's winter and I don't have a garden or the farmer's market isn't open, doesn't mean I can't take advantage of sales for stocking my shelves. Take care, God bless.